So, welcome everybody to the graduation preparation workshop, and thank you for all coming along to attend. I would like to take a moment to say a big congratulations to our students who are nearing the end of their final term. This is a very exciting time for you all, and you should all be very proud of your efforts throughout the entirety of your studies. We're looking forward to taking you through what comes next to make sure you're prepared for the end of your studies, graduation, and beyond. Before we get started, I would like to complete a acknowledgement of country. Siki University acknowledges the traditional owners and custodians and pays respects to the elders of the First Nations peoples of Australia. Here is an overview of what we'll be covering today. So you'll be hearing from me, Moselle, from the Student Service Spot team about general information for all Siki University students. Mark from the Student Events and Experience team will talk about the graduation ceremonies in detail. Abe from the Office of Indigenous Engagement to discuss the cultural sash. Christina from the careers team will speak about how their team can assist you during this transition. And Anthea from Alumni Relations and Advancement Services will talk about the options for CQU alumni as part of the alumni program. Finally, we have Rashmi from the International Directorate, who will discuss further study options and research opportunities for international students. And Dolan from Bupa will also explain your overseas visitor health cover options for our international students wishing to remain in Australia after graduation. The Q&A function and the chat will be available at the bottom of your screen. If you have any questions, please post them in the Q&A function so our CQ team members from different departments mentioned earlier will be available to answer your questions throughout the workshop, and no question will be missed. Most of your questions will likely be answered as we go through the information, but if there is anything you missed or we haven't covered at the end, we will be available for 5 minutes following the end of the workshop to answer any last-minute questions. The chat function will have some handy links, contacts, and they'll be posted throughout the workshop. You can also send an email to Student Service Spot directly at advice@cqu.edu.au or call 132786. One of our team members will pop this in the chat for you to take a look at. So your first step towards graduation begins with the release of grades. We'll now go into a little more detail about what this entails. On this page, we have some definitions of what will be referred to throughout the workshop. The first is certification of grades. You'll find out whether you have passed each of your final term units no later than the certification of grades date, which is on the screen now. The second definition is the graduation evaluation period, or GEP. Your course has specific requirements that you must meet to be eligible to graduate with your degree. Each course has different requirements. For example, you may need to successfully complete an internship or placement, or just complete your compulsory core units. Between the dates on the screen, Siki University will check that every student is due to graduate has met their course requirements. The third definition is conferral date. So conferral date is the one you'll hear mentioned most often during this presentation. When you have been conferred, you have been awarded with your degree and you're considered a graduate. While we absolutely expect that each of you will successfully pass all of your final units, we want to reassure you that in the unlikely event you will fail any of your units, this isn't the end of the world. The first thing that you'll need to do is check the CQ handbook for when your failed unit is next available. The web address is handbook.cqu.edu.au. This will be popped in the chat in a moment. If your failed unit is an elective, you may be able to choose a different elective to study. Please make sure to first refer to your most recent course planner and consult with the course management team. If you aren't sure what you can or should be studying, you can submit an Ask a Course Advisor e-form via the MyCQ student portal. Once you have determined which unit you'll be studying, you must re-enroll into that unit before the last date to enroll for that term. Please refer to the academic calendar page on the CQ University website. We'll also put this link in the chat. The next step is very important, particularly if you're retaking the same unit. Think about the difficulties you faced with the unit the first time around and make a plan to access our free academic support services. Trouble with referencing? Try the Academic Learning Centre. Issues with the finding research articles? Check our librarians. You can also reach out to our accessibility and counselling teams for free and confidential assistance with personal, physical, and emotional barriers to succeeding in your studies. As a special note for our international students, make sure that you check the expiry of your COE and visa. If you need a COE extension, fill out the e-form in the MyCQ student portal. If you need any help with this process, give us a call on 132786. You can also email us, and the email address will be placed in the chat. Your second key step towards graduation is the Graduation Evaluation Period, or GEP. So first of all, please take note that the graduation evaluation period occurs during the first 2 weeks of the term after the term you graduated in. At the basic level, the graduation evaluation period is when you have completed all your final assessment tasks and is now up to the university to go through everything you've completed to make sure that you have checked all the boxes required to graduate from your course. 10 working days after the official certification of grades date of your graduating term, you'll be notified about your eligibility via your student email. So make sure that you monitor your emails after the certification of grades date. You can check the date of the certification of grades for your graduating term on the academic calendar. After grades have been released, you can generate an unofficial academic transcript in the MyCQ student portal to see if you have passed your units and are eligible to graduate. As shown on the screen above, after you've logged into MyCQ, click on the Study tab on the left side bar. Once in the Study section, click on the Manage Course drop-down menu and select Generate Unofficial Transcript. Your transcript will show your grades for all the units you've completed during your studies. Your official transcript will be available after conferral, which brings me to the third key step leading to graduation. Conferral is the process of awarding a qualification such as a degree once it has been confirmed that you've completed all the course requirements and have been met. When you have been conferred, you've been assessed as eligible, which means you'll be able to graduate. MyEquals is an official website which stores and manages sharing of certified official documents such as transcripts and testimonials. When your course is conferred and you're assessed as eligible to graduate, your official academic documents will become available. You will automatically be sent a MyEquals invitation to your student email after conferral, so please make sure that you monitor your emails and sign up as soon as you can using your student email, not your personal email. Once you've registered and signed in, you'll be able to access your certified official academic documents. You can also send your transcript and/or testimonial to employers or other parties such as the Department of Home Affairs via a secure certified link in your MyEquals account. We're now going to watch a video to give you more of an idea about MyEquals and how you use it after being conferred.
This is a story of engineers, lawyers, artists, psychiatrists, and doctors in the making, of university students, all of them working toward one thing. It's their ticket to work, to further study, and to their dreams. However, certifying this ticket to apply for a job or further study can be complicated. They'll need to call, book, queue, pay, print, post, receive, copy, certify, and then send. To prevent fraud, the recipient will again need to contact the university for verification. This story seems excessive, right? Introducing MyEquals, your online academic record. It's a safe and trusted platform endorsed by some of the world's leading educational institutions. Using MyEquals, universities can issue certified documents online, which students can access anytime and share with anyone, anywhere in the world. and recipients can feel safe in knowing the documents have come from a verified source. It all equals a quick, secure, and trusted transaction for all. My equals. Now that's a better story.
Now that we have covered how to access your testament and transcript online, we can move on to obtaining a hard copy. When you order your hard copy testament and transcript via the CQ website, it will be sent to your selected address via express post with Australia Post. Conferral date for this term is on the screen. If you happen to order before the conferral date, please ensure that you select the after conferral for the current term option in the order processing dropdown. There is a QR code on the screen as well. If you scan that code, you'll be taken straight to the page where you can order your hard copy documents. A notification of completion is exactly as it sounds. It is a letter from CQ University that confirms that you have completed your course. This letter is designed specifically for international students to assist with further visa applications and will be automatically sent to you after conferral date. If you're a domestic student and you would like to receive this letter, please email us at advice@cqu.edu.au, as this letter will need to manually be processed for you by the Student Data Compliance team. If you're a student visa holder and your visa expires before conferral, please send a copy of your visa grant notice to Student Data Compliance. You can email them at studentdatacompliance@cqu.edu.au. The following information pertains to our nursing students and their impending APHRA registration. CQ University provides a list of completed students to the AHPRA, the Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency, within a week of conferral date. Please keep in mind that even though we provide this list to the AHPRA within a week of your conferral, it can take up to 2 weeks for the AHPRA to actually download this information. If you have been conferred and you're unsure or concerned that you have been missed, we strongly recommend connecting to the School of Nursing, Midwifery and Social Sciences via the email address shown on the screen now. The fourth and final key step in lead up to your graduation ceremony is graduating. Sorry, oh, the fourth and final key step in your lead up to the graduating is the graduation ceremony itself. For this section, we'll hand over to Mark from the Student Events and Experience team. They'll cover everything you need to know about registering for graduation, how to get tickets for family, your regalia, academic documents, and more.
Thanks, Moselle. Hi, everyone. My name is Mark. I work in the Student Events and Experience team, and our team do look after the graduation ceremony. So, Moselle, if you just want to flip to the next slide. So, CQ University hold graduation ceremonies at a number of different locations around Australia. As you can see, they are the remaining ceremonies that we do have scheduled for the year. If there is a ceremony location that isn't listed there, you are welcome to wait to graduate until 2026. There is no set time frame that you have to attend a graduation ceremony. So graduation dates for 2026 will be released at the end of this year, but the remaining dates for 2025 you can see on the screen there. It is not compulsory to attend a graduation ceremony. And as Moselle has mentioned, you can order your testament and your academic documents online as well if you don't wish to attend a ceremony. Next slide, please, Moselle. So as you can see here, this is the registration process. So it's a fairly straightforward process and you do it through your MyCQU. So sign into your MyCQU, navigate to the support tab on the left-hand side of your screen, scroll down to the Getting Ready to Graduate section, and then you select Register for Graduation. From there, it will give you a drop down of which ceremonies you wish to attend. Simply select the ceremony and then complete the rest of the form as directed. So you'll just need to input your head and height size. That's for your regalia details. And then you submit your registration and you will be registered for that particular ceremony. If you do have any issues registering, you can email studentevents@cqu.edu.au, and I'll post that email in the chat once we're finished here. Next slide, please, Mizelle. So finally, we do have some frequently asked questions which you can find on our website, and you can see that website listed at the bottom of the screen there. For those who are looking to attend our Brisbane, Sydney, or Melbourne graduation in August this year, you will receive a full information pack via email after registrations close on Sunday, the 3rd of August. So this information pack that we send you will include information around where to collect your regalia. It will include information around ticketing and additional tickets. So if you have more family that you wish to come and see you graduate, you can buy additional tickets for that. And there's a whole bunch of other information around photography and some timings for the day as well. But I would strongly recommend visiting the website on the bottom of this slide here. There's a full list of frequently asked questions that will assist you. But as mentioned, if you do have any further questions, you can contact our team at studentevents@cqu.edu.au. Thanks, Mizelle.
Thanks, Mark. So now we'll have Mel from the Indigenous Student Advising team, who will now talk about the ways in which we support and recognise the achievements of our First Nations students. Thank you, Mel.
Hi everyone, Mel was actually unable to attend this afternoon, so I'll present on everyone's behalf. My name's Kat and I'm one of the Indigenous Student Advising Specialists. CQ University and the Indigenous Student Advising team would like to recognise and celebrate the achievements of our Indigenous students through the presentation of a cultural sash to wear on the graduation ceremony. If you're an Indigenous graduate and you have registered to attend a graduation ceremony, an invitation to receive the cultural sash will be extended to you and the Indigenous Student Advising team, usually via student email or by phone, or you can phone the Indigenous Student Advising team on 07 4930 9250. Next slide, please, Moselle. Support after graduation, careers and alumni program. Support after graduation. 1 year post completion, Career Hub access, career counsellor advice, careers toolkit, over 135,000 alumni, access to career services and mentoring. Did you know that 97.6% of CQ University postgraduates and 91.2% of undergraduates are achieving full-time employment within 3 years of graduating? Thanks, Moselle.
No, thanks, Kat. But yeah, we'll now have Christina from the careers team and the alumni program to talk about some of the support services you can receive after graduation.
Thanks, everyone. Okay, so my name's Christina. I'm one of the career consultants with the CQ Careers and Development team. So I'm just going to have a brief chat to you today about the services that we offer. So we're a qualified team of professionals that work across the CQ University footprint. So we have a team leader who's Lisa. She's our coordinator. She's based in Gladstone. Then we have Deb in Melbourne, myself in Sydney, Debbie in Rockhampton, and Jenna in Brisbane. So we're not across every single campus, but we're across most of the campuses. And we also have Rochelle, our careers information officer, who assists us with things like booking appointments and those kinds of things. We're located across the different campuses across Australia, allowing us to provide face-to-face support at most campuses. However, we support students and graduates regardless of their location via phone, Zoom, and online resources and platforms. Our purpose is to provide you with free career development support and help you develop your career management skills, as these are important for you to be able to navigate career transitions not only now, but well into the future. Next slide, please. So some of the services that we provide include career counselling to help you with your career direction and planning, including how you can articulate your experiences to future employers. We run regular career education sessions via lectures and workshops and webinars on topics such as resume writing, planning your career, articulating skills, and interviews, to name a few. We've got a week of activities coming up in August, and it's going to be called ACE Week, Accelerate Your Career and Employability. So strongly encourage those of you who are still looking at graduate opportunities to attend our ACE Week sessions, which will be listed in Career Hub. We have developed or sourced a wide range of careers information and resources so that you can engage in self-guided career planning and development as well. Within our careers resources, you will also find many tools and education programs to assess and build up your professional skill sets. Our suite of platforms, CQU Career Hub, the Careers Toolkit, and Going Global, all list current job opportunities for both here in Australia and overseas. You can search for volunteer roles, internships, and graduate employment opportunities. We can support you with your job search strategy and job applications, as well as the job application process itself. We have tools to assist you with the development of your cover letter and resume. And we also have an automatic resume checker that provides you with instant feedback 24/7. You can also submit your job application documents for review by one of the careers consultants via our online resume doctor service. If you need to prepare for assessment centres, psychometric testing or interviews, we have practice tests and an interview simulator that allows you to undertake the practice you need to succeed. Next slide, please. And then the next one. So we'll just have a very quick look at how the platforms, what the platforms look like. We won't actually be going in the interest of time to actually log in today, but this is essentially what you'll be seeing. So what we have here is a screenshot of our alumni page, so what you'll be able to access as a graduate. Keep in mind that you may also need to update your details to show that you are one of our alumni community in Career Hub, so that you can continue to access the Career Hub platform and the services up to 1 year after graduation. Okay, so some of the things I'd like to point out here, we've got a menu across the top there, so it's quite self-explanatory with a horizontal menu there. So you've got jobs, events, appointments, resources, you can ask questions. You've got lists, you've got organisations that are working with CQU and recruiting our students and graduates, dashboard, and you've got a profile as well. You've also got an option to change your preferences. So when you log in, you'll be able to do that, and you can actually nominate your job search preferences. And then when you click on the jobs menu item there, the jobs will be recommended based on your preferences. So some of the things that are covered within the platform, the job vacancies. So we've got, I think, 4 different job boards. So we've got Career Hub Jobs. They're our direct CQU employers who are wanting to employ our students and graduates. We've got an additional job vacancies board, which is in our Careers Toolkit part of the platform. We've got international opportunities as well for those of you who are wanting to work overseas. And jobs at CQ University for those of you who are looking to work at CQ University after you graduate. And I'm aware some of you are already working with us at present. Organisation profiles you can have a look at. So a good way to research the different employers that are out there by different industry sectors. This will also be mentioned, I imagine, in the alumni part of the presentation, but you can access our alumni mentoring program as well through this platform. So you can either be a mentor to students, or you can be a mentee as well and receive support from experienced graduates who are working out in a field that you're aspiring to be in. We've got a lot of different resources. So there's some quick links that you can access for common job search resources as well. You can register for events. So even as part of our alumni community, you can also register for events such as our Career Expo that we hold once per year in April online. And you can access appointments as well. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is the other part of the platform, which is called our Careers Toolkit. So you can access this through the page that we just looked at. So through the main Career Hub landing page. It looks a little bit different, and this is a little bit of an e-learning platform. So again, we have the menu across the top here. And then these tiles here all represent different packages or modules of learning that you can undertake to develop your career management skills and undertake further learning. So going across the top there, we've got a dashboard. We've got our ACE program, which is where you can do an assessment of your employability skills. So it will look at different areas of employability, for example, career awareness, and you can rate yourself, and the system will recommend then curated learning that you can undertake based on your assessment. So that's a great way of doing the learning that's going to be most relevant for you. You can access our Resume Doctor tool, where you can upload your documents for review. So your resume, cover letter, LinkedIn profile, and for those of you who might be applying for graduate programs, selection criteria reviews as well. Within our tools, we've got some additional things to help you. So we've got a resume builder, we've got a cover letter builder, we've also got an interview simulator, so you can do practice interviews as well, and watch your recordings back. Within My Career, you've got just some additional assessments and things like that you can do, and also you can store your documents there as well that you're working on, so your applications. Learning on demand. So for example, you might be wanting information about LinkedIn. You can go in there and just pull up the learning related to LinkedIn. So sort of an on-demand process. And then the My Jobs is the other jobs board, the additional job vacancies that we saw on the Career Hub landing page. And that's an aggregate jobs board. And you can also track employers in there. So there's quite a bit to help you. And you can do as much or as little as you want. Next slide, please. And then finally, if you would like to meet with one of our team, if you do require additional support to find work as you transition into the graduate employment market, you can click on the book an appointment tile on the landing page in Career Hub. You can select who you'd like to talk to. So you can select by campus or by staff member that you'd like to speak with. You can choose a topic, and then you can book from a calendar of dates and times. So you're absolutely most welcome to access this service well into the future, but just remember to update your details in Career Hub so that you can continue to access the system. Next slide, please. And finally, you can contact us through the usual methods. So the main number, 132786, careers@cqu.edu.au. If you're not sure where to start, you can always send us an email. And then careerhub.cqu.edu.au to access Career Hub and the Careers Toolkit. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. We'll now be passing over to Anthea from the Alumni Relations and Advancement Services. Thank you, Anthea.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to thank you very much for the opportunity to present today and really highlight that the alumni program is a lifelong program. So while you're a student at CQ University, you obviously have that time-bound time while you are completing your studies. But once you have graduated, go through the process of conferral and receive your qualification, whether that's one qualification or whether you come back and study with CQ University multiple times, you actually have a lifelong connection to the university now. And so that's something really special. And one of the reasons that we continue to connect with our graduates is that you have really important experiences as part of your study. And then as you progress in your careers, really important industry insights that then you can contribute back and continue to have that relationship with the university. So it may seem like it's a bit early now before you actually finish your current qualification to be talking about this, but I want you to know that we really do value the knowledge that you have gathered through your time as a student, and as you go forward throughout the rest of your career, that relationship does exist, and we really want you to make the most of it and keep your connection to CQ University. And next slide, please. And some of the really important things that we like to offer, so we continue to offer you services to help you with your career even after you have graduated and receive your qualification. I know Christina and others have spoken about the career services. We know that when you're transitioning from being a student to your first steps out of the university, and whether that's with your first qualification or a subsequent qualification, that can be a tricky time in a career. You're having to go through a period of great change, and that process can actually occur multiple times throughout your career. And so the university is a really strong partner in offering services to support you in order to get through those periods each time you make a career change or want to advance. So the alumni relations team can help facilitate that either through the services such as Career Hub that Christina just spoke about, and the ongoing services that you can access after you have graduated, but also through the alumni program more broadly. You're joining a community that has over 150,000 people who are out in the world. They're already leading in their careers. You're following in footsteps that those people have done. They've transitioned from their study successfully into their career, and then they've made their way in their career. And so you can have a lot of confidence that in connecting with these people, they're going to understand what you've been through, what questions you may have. And so even if the university doesn't have the right answer for you at that time, there's going to be someone in the alumni community who is going to be able to help you. And that's a really valuable resource to tap into and just kind of keep with you throughout your entire life, really, so that when you just have that question that you might need an answer to, or when you're looking to make a career move, or even when you're wanting to boost your resume through doing some volunteering or showcasing your thought leadership, your alumni network can actually help fill those gaps. So definitely the Career Hub service and the mentoring service are two really important ones, which will help make the transition into your career, and then as you progress through your career, much easier, and also give you opportunities throughout your career, no matter what stage you're at, to continue to receive and give guidance. So that's really important. Closer to home, I guess, as you transition out of Seeker University's student phase and into becoming an alumnus, what you will find is that your communications about your student affairs will cease once you have completed your graduation process, whether that's through crossing the stage at a graduation event, or whether it is through requesting your documents be sent to you. And then what you will start to see is communications from the alumni program. And so the branding looks a little bit different, and we will be communicating only to your preferred email address. So that could still be your Seeker University address, or it might be your preferred personal address. You need to go in and update your preferred email address for us to do that in an ongoing way. And then you'll start to see that there's a range of activities that we really will invite you to. And that includes things like communications. There's an alumni newsletter that comes through. You can continue to access B Magazine if you've seen that while you're a student. And then there's some activities like the 30 minutes a month micro volunteering program and the alumni digital community. And these are ways that you can continue to maintain your network, so friends that you've made while you're students, connections to some of the content that you found important, or also ways that you can start to use the expertise that you developed as a student and start to demonstrate that thought leadership or build networks that are going to help you in your career. Next slide, please. So just as we wrap up here, I wanted to reinforce the fact that you will get to keep your student email, and that may be your preferred email to continue to receive alumni communications. However, you will be invited to let us know and confirm that. You can also unsubscribe from your connection to the university once you've gone through the conferral and graduation process. Obviously, we don't recommend that. We would love you to stay connected and continue to use the resources that the university can offer you. Some of those include things like ongoing access to your course materials. You can continue to access a selection of e-databases and library resources. There's bookshop discounts and things like that. So those little benefits are just things that we know graduates find really useful, and that throughout the alumni program lifetime, people can tap back into that kind of thing. But really, It's the people that are in the network, which you are now joining and becoming a member of, that will continue to be able to provide real value. So I encourage you to stay connected to the team. The alumni team has an external facing website on the university website. So once you have sort of moved past your student connection, going through the external website is going to be the space where you'll connect with us. And my team, we have a group of people who, whenever graduates need assistance, you can come straight to us. And in the same way that the SPOT team has previously supported you in your student journey, the alumni team will now continue to support you once you've graduated. And even if you choose to return to study to CQU in the future, you have a dual alumni and student presence, and you can continue to participate in alumni activities while you're a student, or you can pause them until you graduate again. But either way, it is a lifetime connection, and we do encourage you to really stay connected to us and to take advantage of all that. So I really hope you get through the end of your studies successfully, take advantage of the information that we're providing here, and then I really look forward to welcoming you to the graduate community if you're not already a member, and then seeing you thrive as you transition past this period of study and out into the rest of your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anthea. So the final part of this presentation will be focused on topics of our international students. But before we move on to that, I will just give a recap of the key contacts you will need. So on the screen, we have a list of contacts who have been mentioned throughout the presentation. I'll give everyone a minute to take a screenshot or write any of them down. These will also be posted in the chat box if you want to refer to that. On this screen, we also have some QR codes that you can scan with your phone now to be taken directly to forms or information pages. We are also releasing a poll just to see how you've found the session so far. We would love any of your feedback. The next section of this session is particularly dedicated to our international students who hold student visas. For domestic students that wish to ask questions, you are welcome to remain in the chat to use the Q&A function. Alternatively, you can contact us on 132786 to speak with somebody about your questions, or email Student Service Spot at advice@cqu.edu.au. If you are leaving this presentation now, we thank you for your time today and wish you all the best luck with your future endeavours. So yeah, let's move on to information for international students staying in Australia. First and foremost, it's your responsibility to make sure you remain compliant with your student visa obligations even after you've finished your final assessments and have been conferred. Please ensure that you know your obligations and remain compliant as you complete your studies. If you are planning to stay in Australia after you graduate, you could be eligible for further stay visas such as the Temporary Graduate 485 visa. Student Service Spot are unable to give visa advice, so please speak with your agent or the Department of Home Affairs directly via the phone number on the screen in order to find out your eligibility and apply. If you are going to apply for a new visa, you must do so before your current visa expires. We recommend starting to collect your application documents now, as the process can take some time. Delays in the process could result in your visa expiring, so make sure that you are prepared. You currently have Overseas Student Health Cover, OSHC, as part of your student visa conditions. If you are applying for the temporary graduate visa, you will need to change your health insurance to Overseas Visitor Health Cover, OVHC. We will be hearing from Bupa later in the webinar to explain this in more detail. If you will be returning home when you complete your studies rather than staying in Australia, remember these key points. The first thing that you'll want to do will be to notify your landlord or real estate and your housemates that you'll be leaving. Give as much notice as you possibly can so that they can advertise for a new housemate or start allowing inspectors for the property for new tenants. Make sure that you know when your lease ends and if there is a required notice period. Follow the terms of your lease and you'll avoid extra fees. You must also notify your employer. This will give them a chance to hire your replacement or cover your upcoming shifts. Make sure that your details are correct so that they can send your final payslips and deposit your salary. If you have any paid service agreements, such as gym memberships, Netflix, internet, or anything else, make sure you cancel these before you go home, or you may end up paying for the service that you no longer use. Remember that you will have a baggage limit when you fly home, so unless you absolutely love your textbooks, we recommend selling them or passing them on to friends. You may wish to do this with your personal items you have accumulated as well, especially larger items, as you definitely can't take those with you. This could include furniture or cars. Speaking of friends, make sure that you let your friends know that you're leaving. During your time in Australia, you undoubtedly made some great friends and you'll want to stay in touch. Make sure you swap contact information if you haven't done so already and keep chatting after you leave Australia. As we mentioned earlier, you can also join the alumni program and stay connected with CQU. Make sure to update your details in My CQU so you can be invited to alumni events. We will now hand over to Rashmi from the International Directorate to talk about further study options for international students.
So today I'll be talking about further study options, specifically on our research higher degree programs that we offer here at Sikh University. So just a little bit insight into our research programs offered at Sikh University is that we are proud to be a benchmark leader for how universities should engage with industry to deliver research with true impact. And our focus on practical applied research sees us deliver real-world solutions that make a difference in our communities, both locally and globally. This approach has actually seen us recognized as conducting research that is well above world standards in an impressive 22 categories in the latest Excellence in Research Australia. As you can see, as highlighted, we are ranked number 25 worldwide for sustainability in the Times Higher Education University Impact Rating and some other fantastic pointers on our world standard and the incredible things that we do here at Sikh University. So we have about quite a few programs on offer. The Grad Cert in Research is a program, it's a pathway program. So it's an opportunity for students if you want to enter the research sector but are unable to, do not have the experience, the expertise in a research background. This program is a 6-month program that allows you, it's a pathway program that allows you to enter into your Masters of Research or Doctor of Philosophy program. And so if you wish to study a Master's by Research or a doctorate, but do not meet the admission requirement of an AQF level 9 or 10 degree, then the Graduate Cert in Research will be of interest. It provides an entry pathway to research higher degrees. And if you have already achieved a grade point average of 6.0, then you will satisfy the admission requirement to go straight into your Master's by Research. So therefore, you do not need the Graduate Cert in Research to have that pathway. But if you do require that pathway, that option is available, and that is with our unique Grad Cert in Research pathway. So on to the next slide. So Masters of Research. Now, this is a 2-year program. It's a supervised program, and we have multiple discipline topics that are welcomed. Masters of Research specifically is a course of supervised research and study leading to the submission of a thesis which makes a contribution to knowledge. So what that means is that because the program is a supervised based program, you do need to elect a supervisor when you are selecting your specific topic of interest. So just make sure that you're aware of it. Again, it is a 2-year full-time program or 4-year part-time program. We have multiple campus availability for students. And once you submit your application, which I will actually go into a little bit more detail as to how you can put your expression of interest for Masters of Research. But once you've submitted your expression of interest, you'll be able to allocate first, hopefully secure a supervisor to continue with your program. Could I go on to the next slide? Thank you. Okay, so Doctor of Philosophy, this is a 3 to 4 year program, again, a supervised program. Entry requirement for this program, again, you do need an academic GPA of 6. If you are unable to meet that academic requirement, again, you do have the option of packaging with our grad cert in research with a PhD to be able to do that program. If you do meet the academic and research intensive career entry requirement, then you'll be able to continue with your submission. We do have, again, depending on which area of what study area you would like to go into, there is the option of selecting Doctor of Education as well as Doctor of Philosophy by portfolio. And more information on each of these programs are listed on our website, so you can get a full detail of not just the structure, availability, the requirements, the fees, and so forth. Could we go on to the next slide, please? Okay, so it's really important to understand when you are in the process of selecting whether or not you would like to, do Masters of Research or a Doctor of Philosophy, the focus study area that the university is specifically looking into. So I encourage students to, especially if you are wishing to do research higher degrees, to do your own research in the areas or the specific areas or focus areas that align with the communities or the industries that you are interested in and kind of aligns with your current qualification. So that might be in clean energy systems, it might be in food production, environmental systems, rural or regional public health, sustainable business outcome, data science, that's like in AI, machine learning, big data, regional workforce, employment, education. There's quite a large varied focus impact areas or industries that you can engage in. And I would highly recommend checking out the little link that I've attached here for you to get further insight and information on the focus areas that we are currently engaged in at the university. Could I go into the next slide, please? So really what we do have on offer for our international students, even if you are current international students and you've completed your qualification, your undergraduate program, you are still eligible for the International Merit Scholarship if you apply for the Masters of Research or the PhD program. So students will be eligible for up to 25% of their tuition fee. And this is based off of the eligibility is based off their academic performance or English language proficiency. And you will receive that on your offer letter once you receive it. We also have the incredible research training program, Strippin Scholarship. This scholarship is valued up to $34,000 per annum with living cost, an overall scholarship. It's an incredible program that is on offer. This Strippin Scholarship, when you have submitted your application and if you do receive an offer to do your Masters of Research, you can apply for the Strippin Scholarship with your approved supervisor. So it is during that process that you'll be able to submit your application for the Strippin Scholarship. We have had some very incredible, successful international students that have been awarded the Strippin Scholarship. So we really encourage, if you are one of those high performing individual students that are really keen and interested, and you believe that you'll be able to meet the eligibility requirements for this program, please apply for the scholarship. But if not, you still you will still have the opportunity to get the International Merit Scholarship, which again is valued up to 25%. So yes, can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, very important slide. So this is on how to apply for research. Now, as I mentioned previously, our Masters of our research higher degree programs are predominantly supervised program. So it is important that your research area and also your interest area aligns with our focus areas that we are currently doing at the university. And this will ensure that you will have a supervisor available to guide and support you effectively. Now, the minimum supervision environment for all PhD candidates is one principal and one associate supervisor, and both being a doctoral qualified and having relevant and recent research expertise for being pursued. So with your supervisor now, applications are open all year round. So you do have the option of actually engaging with multiple of our supervisors that we do have for students, if they wish to, engage with a supervisor or see whether or not there is a supervisor available, you can actually go onto our website and we have the list of supervisors that are currently active with their project, and you can reach out to the supervisor accordingly. However, if that is not something that you're in the situation of doing, then there is the option of putting your expression of interest forward first. So there is a two-step process. The first step is that you can put your expression of interest with a research proposal. Now, it's not the full research proposal that you require, but what you will be required to do is first select your course, the location, along with a brief outline of your proposed research topic, maximum 2 pages. And then once you've submitted your expression of interest through our study link portal, now, again, if you have not been able to contact a potential research supervisor to ensure your research topic is aligned with the university research priority areas, that is okay. Once you've submitted your expression of interest, the School of Graduate Research can then work with you to identify a potential research supervisor. So they will inform you as to whether or not there is a supervisor candidate that is available. And you will then go, once you have the green light saying that, yes, there is a supervisor available, you will go on to the next step where you fill out your full application process. Now, this full application process, you are welcome to engage with your agent, your international agent, that can help you with the full application process. Or if you feel comfortable submitting it on your own as well, you do have that option as well. Again, applications are open year round, and we encourage students to at least put your expression of interest forward with your topic area, again, your course and location, because the chances of at least, putting expression forward is there, and you never know, you may, have the chance of receiving an offer to start your Masters of Research with us. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the International Directorate team. I'm based in Brisbane on level 4. You can come and visit us anytime to get further insight and information. But yes, thank you.
No, thank you, Rashmi. That was very comprehensive today. But we'll now be passing over to Dolan from Bupa to take us over overseas visitor health cover.
Thanks, Marcel. Hi everyone, I am Dolan. So I'm health insurance consultant from Bupa. And first of all, huge congratulations on this big milestone. And I will take you through the health cover options you will have if you want to stay in Australia after your study. Right, next slide, please. So it is really important to maintain a continuous health cover to ensure that you are always covered in case any emergency situations happen. And with your Bupa Overseas Student Health Cover, you will have access to both public and private hospitals. You can choose your doctor out of hospital and out of pocket cost will be covered. And these also include any pharmacy and other ranges of additional services. You can easily look into Bupa partnered hospital if you visit bupa.com.au/find a provider. Next, please. And these are all the benefits that include in Bupa Overseas Student Health Cover that is applicable for the 485 visa holders. Visa requirements. Bupa Overseas Visitors Health Cover complies with the Australian government's visa requirements. Unlimited emergency ambulance. This includes in any situations if you need to call ambulance, then all the costs related to transport and on-the-spot treatment will be covered. In Bupa-friendly doctors, to avoid any out-of-pocket cost, you can visit Bupa-friendly doctors and you don't need to pay on your day of appointment. They are the direct billing doctors. They usually send bill directly to Bupa. You can easily look for Bupa-friendly doctors if you go to My Bupa and search Find a Doctor. Next, please. And it's really easy to manage your health insurance cover if you download My Bupa app. Once you download and register, you can have a look what you are covered for, how to make a claim, and how to book appointment with your doctors. Next, please. And once you download My Bupa app, you will have access to your Bupa membership card, that is digital card. You can also order Bupa print card through the My Bupa app. Just make sure that you have updated your contact details before you order your membership card. Next one, please. And we have Blua, which is Bupa's online platform to book online consultations with doctors. So Bupa Overseas Visitors Health Cover members will have 24/7 access to book online consultations with doctors. 100% of the cost will be covered. That means you don't need to pay for your appointment fees. A range of languages available. You can choose your doctor and you need to book appointment in Blua with the same membership number from the Bupa. Next one, please. And this is the recommended list to apply for your 485 visitors cover. We have Essential Light, Essential Visitors Cover, Essential 50 and Mid 60. And it starts from $99.88. And all of our products include both inpatient and outpatient service up to 100% of the MBS fee, pharmacy or medicines, and also Essential 50 and Mid 60 includes our extra services. That means dental and optical covered, and Mid 60, which is a high range of cover that will cover outpatient pregnancy and outpatient psychiatric service. So, Essential Light, there is a which is our starter cover, 99 and 88. There will be $300 annual limit, but there is no annual limit in our other products. Next one, please. And this is just to show what is covered in all our products. So we always recommend essential visitors cover. There is no annual limit on that. And all our products will include GP consultation, specialist, and pathology, radiology, also allied health services. And Mid 60 visitors cover, which is the high level of cover that covers the same level like essential visitors, but that have some extra benefits. That means you will get covered for your dental checkups or clean, and also outpatient pregnancy will be covered from your Mid 60 visitors cover. Next one, please. And we also have Bupa Extras, and that starts from $16 per month. So if you think that you need to get covered for your dental checkups or clean, also your glasses or lens, then you can contact us. That will be covered dental, optical, physio, remedial massage, and other services. Next one, please. Bupa's live viewers is a way of saying thanks to our members. So if you visit bupa.com.au/live viewers, you can have a look that you can unlock discounts on different big brands, restaurants, and cinemas at different times. Next one, please. And if you want to stay connected with Bupa, you can email us at oshccq@ratebupa.com.au. This email is only for the CQ students. And also there is a 6% discount rate that will be applied for the CQ alumni. And if you want to know more details about that, and if you want to apply for 485 visitors visa, and if you want to get overseas visitors covered through us, you can meet one of your on-campus consultant. So I am available in CQ Sydney in Monday and Thursday, and in CQ Melbourne, you can meet Zayani, and in CQ Brisbane, you can meet Leishan. And you can always email us in this email. I think email is already shared. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone. If you have any question, you can just type in question and answers, and I will get back to you now.
Thank you, Dolan. And thank you to everyone who presented today and to all of the students who attended. This is a very exciting time for you all, and you should all be exceptionally proud of your achievements. Whatever you end up doing or wherever you end up going, we want to wish you all the very best. The chat box will remain open for the rest of this webinar, just for a few minutes while we answer the last few questions as they come in. You can also email Student Service Spot if you have any questions after the workshop has finished and you're not sure who to ask. Thank you again for attending, and best of luck in all your future endeavours.